Alcaraz stunned Sinner in extraordinary French Open final. Defending champion Carlos Alcaraz recovered from 2 sets down, saving 3 championship points on the way, to beat Jannik Sinner in an incredible French Open men's singles final. Alcaraz's reign on the Roland-Garros clay looked to be over when world number 1 Sinner closed in on victory at 5-3 in the fourth set. But the 22-year-old Spaniard showed extraordinary fight to win 4-6, 6-7, 4-7, 6-4, 7-6, 7-3, 7-6, 10-2, after 5 hours and 29 minutes, the longest French Open final in history. In an electrifying atmosphere on court Philippe Chatrier, Alcaraz produced the finest performance of his career to claim a 5th major title. In his victory speech, he told Sinner, "The level you have is amazing. It is a privilege to share a court with you in every tournament and in making history." Alcaraz is the first man to win a Grand Slam title after saving match point since Novak Djokovic beat Roger Federer in the 2019 Wimbledon final. The world number 2 had never previously won a match after losing the opening 2 sets. Sinner, bidding for a maiden Roland-Garros triumph, was denied his 3rd successive major after a grueling, gritty, and glorious encounter. "It's easier to play than talk now," said the 23-year-old, who is playing in only his 2nd tournament since returning from a 3-month ban for failing 2 doping tests. "I'm still happy with this trophy. I won't sleep very well tonight, but it is okay." Alcaraz laps up admiration in all-time classic. The first Grand Slam showpiece between the 2 dominant players on the ATP Tour had been a tantalizing prospect, and it surpassed the hype. Both Alcaraz and Sinner pushed themselves and each other to the limit in a classic contest that showcased all of their shot-making, athleticism, and resilience. Their fascinating rivalry is quickly turning into an enduring duel that could transcend the sport. It has all the facets, the core talent, gripping encounters on the biggest stages, and the blend of personalities. Alcaraz, with his swashbuckling style, passion, and infectious smile, has long been a box office star who engages millions of fans. In the toughest moments of the battle against Sinner, he continued to play with freedom, perhaps too much for his coach Juan Carlos Ferrero, and demanded more noise from the Paris crowd. They loudly responded as Alcaraz demonstrated the heart and courage, along with explosive returns and deft hand skills, for which he has become known and revered. The majority of the 15,000 fans were jumping to their feet after every point in a thrilling finale, where both players continued to execute top-quality shots that often defied belief. Alcaraz flew out of the blocks in the first 2-10 match tiebreak of the deciding set, sapping every last bit of Sinner's energy before sealing victory with a remarkable running forehand winner that fizzed down the line. He fell flat on his back before Sinner trudged around the net for a warm, heartfelt embrace. Alcaraz somehow found the energy to sprint off court, climbing up the stands to celebrate with 2003 French Open winner Ferrero, the rest of his team, and his family. Both players were given rapturous rounds of applause as they collected their trophies after the second longest major final in history. Sinner gives everything on Grand Slam return. Sinner has emerged as the standout player on the ATP Tour over the past 18 months, with a machine-like brand of tennis reminiscent of 24-time major champion Novak Djokovic in his prime. Little appears to faze the mild-mannered Italian on or off court, even the controversy surrounding his doping case, which rocked the sport. Sinner agreed a 3-month ban with the World Anti-Doping Agency shortly after attaining his Australian Open title in January, meaning he did not miss a Grand Slam tournament and was able to compete at Roland-Garros. It was like he had never been away. Sinner did not drop a set on his way to a maiden French Open final, losing serve only 3 times in his 6 matches, the fewest since Spanish great Rafael Nadal in 2012. But his serve instantly came under intense pressure against Alcaraz in an elongated start which included a 12-minute opening game. The quality of his service game varied as the contest ebbed and flowed, but landing 54% of his first serves over the whole match was a telling statistic. Alcaraz broke him 7 times as a consequence and swarmed over Sinner's second serve to take control of the final set tiebreak. Questions were raised about Sinner's fitness and durability if the final went long, given he is still in the early stages of his comeback, but he answered them in the longest match of his career. Addressing his team afterwards, he said, "We tried our best today. We gave everything we had. Some time ago, we would have loved to be here in the final, so it's still been an amazing tournament.